We can start by settling in here, just becoming present. Invite the Holy Spirit. And take some deep breaths. Feel yourself here in this present moment. Feel how safe you are. Open to Spirit's guidance. So we're here just to not be afraid of the Holy Spirit. That's our only function, our only way to keep remembering not to be afraid of God, of our way out. Keep being open to the solution, open to the correction in the mind. The undoing of the wrong mind. Of the thought of separation. And open up to this deep, safe place of trust. We can open so that the Spirit can speak directly. Can communicate with us directly. And his answer is always peace, no matter what we ask. So we need to accept and realize that this is what we want. Underneath all other wants. And we can ask this last unanswered question. We need to find out what is the last unanswered question that we've left unanswered. The last unanswered question is, do I want to see what I denied? Because it is the truth. Do I want to see that I denied the truth? Because it is the truth. Do I want to see the no in my mind? That is covering up all desire for something else, or that is covered up by all the desires for something else. Once we come to that point, we know we want the truth, because there is nothing else. Everything else is distraction and denial and delay. DD, distraction, denial, and delay. Truth is so simple. We just want simplicity. We don't want obscurity, confusion. It feels good to go straight to the last unanswered question, even though the questions before are questions we easily say yes to. The first question is, do I desire a world I rule instead of one that rules me? Do I desire a world that I rule instead of one that rules me? Yes. I think we all just say yes. That's an easy one. And the second one, do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world where I'm powerful instead of helpless? Yeah, I think we all easily say yes to that too. The third one, do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? Yeah. So these are easy, but good to look at. Because when we say yes to all three of those, we're with spirit. We can only be powerful in spirit, in the truth, and sinless. We can only experience our sinlessness when we're one with God. But it's the last one we need to ponder. Do I want to see that I denied the truth because it is the truth? Jesus talks a lot about this anger in the mind, this belief that we have killed the Son of God, that we want to kill the Son of God, that we are angry at our brother, at our sister. That's the separation. That's the separation from God. We want to squish. We want to step on the Son of God. We want to kill. And that is the denial of God. That is the denial of our true self. That's how we deny truth. We deny the truth because it is the truth. So practicing the denial of truth. We want to practice that all the time. Deny the denial of truth. Deny the denial of God. That feels good, but it takes this alertness, this willingness. To deny the denial of truth. The denial of truth is what makes the timeline. It makes the past and the future seem real. Even though it isn't. Jesus says the task of the miracle worker is to deny the denial of truth. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. Yet having obscured it, the light in another mind must shine into theirs, because that light is theirs. Yeah, we usually receive the light from another mind, it seems. Because we forgot who we were. And once we accept that, we don't need, I was going to say we don't need health care. We don't need what the world has to offer. The sick must heal themselves, for the truth is in them. That's so beautiful. That's the only real healing there is. Miracles are merely the translation of denial to truth. If to love oneself is to heal oneself, those who are sick do not love themselves. Therefore, they are asking for the love that would heal them, but which they are denying themselves. If they knew the truth about themselves, they could not be sick. The task of the miracle worker thus becomes to deny the denial of truth. I like that job of being a miracle worker. I feel like we are a whole team of miracle workers who practice this. Regardless of the density of the fog that obscures the light shines as brightly. The light is very strong, regardless of how thick the fog is. It can shine through it. If you give no power to the fog to obscure the light, it has none. For it has power only if the Son of God gives power to it. He must himself withdraw that power, remembering that all power is of God. You can remember this for all the sonship. Do not allow your brother not to remember, for his forgetfulness is yours. That's why we have to become miracle workers. It's natural. And we are ready. Jesus says you're ready to call yourself a miracle worker when you have finished the workbook lessons. But it's more, it's a deep training. And maybe in the beginning, we are miracle workers sometimes. Sometimes we forget who we are again. But it's powerful to realize that it has no power. The fog has no power. The false has no power unless we give it power. And this relates to the last unanswered question about the denial. Do we want to keep denying the truth because it is true? Or do we want to accept it? It's better to focus on denying the denial of truth. Our mind never sleeps. The mind is always active. So this is what we can give the mind to, this practice. So how is everyone doing? Do we have some thoughts to explore, maybe after this lead-in? Do you feel you can apply this in your own mind, in your own life? I mean, I know you can. There is no situation that is too difficult. This is what it is for. But if something feels difficult, we can talk about it. Julie.
Thank you. The lesson of yesterday and today are really feel really peaceful. And the stillness, in stillness, I will listen to the truth, and then truth will correct all errors in my mind. And for me, the key is the stillness, and to listen. Like there's an action in that. Like there's a wanting, and so I felt the space. I felt more space with these lessons, and the truth will correct. Like I don't correct error. I can give that up, and so while doing my lesson and meditating, there seems to be a knot or a block, and I thought I would talk about it because it seems that I can't go past it for now, and it's about it seems that there is a few friends or people that were close to me that seem to ignore me or don't want to have contact with me. And one of them was very, very close. In A Course in Miracles, we would gather together and just support others and each other. And I feel guilty, I guess, because it seems to be that she thinks I've done something that's why she doesn't talk to me anymore. And I'm caught between trying to explain, to defend, and to look and wait and do nothing. And is it, my mind this morning was arriving to the conclusion I must be a bad person if this person doesn't talk to me, if this person stopped talking to me, if this person is not in my life anymore. Like it feels like I'm there practicing Course in Miracles, and suddenly I'm not, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, I want to release, I want to see I want to be released from that.
Yeah. Look at that temptation or habit to let seemingly other people's judgment define you. That thought is a bad habit, and it's probably not there all the time. It's like something you grab for to stay in guilt or in wrongness.
yeah, it's a very strong one. It's a strong thought.
Yeah, and guilt is never justified. And you don't have to understand the world.
So I don't have to try and mend or, like fix something.
No. You can invite them to talk if you feel. You can invite them to talk about what they have, concluded about you if you want that, or you can see if this is a way to move on from something. Maybe this is, you're leaving some old thoughts behind, and that's all it is.
Okay. So I'm not. The other thing I often I have in my mind is if I don't, because I did invite a few times, but it doesn't go anywhere. But I'm thinking maybe I'm bypassing, and I do my lesson, and I should not feel expansion, because if they think I'm bad and I didn't fix it like this, maybe I'm bypassing, because that's what they used kind of to explain what happened in the house, the decisions that were made, not just me but collectively, and we're bypassing, which is not the case, I don't think, but maybe I am. So yeah, that's that thoughts as well.
I've never had that thought about you.
That's what I thought, but okay.
Yeah, the ego has employed others in your mind. You have employed others with the ego to judge you, to be harsh. So these are your own ego doubt thoughts. They're showing up for release only, for bless them and let them go,
Okay. Thank you.
And yeah, bypass, you can only not bypass in the present moment. You can, and you're so willing, you're working with the lessons and having these deep, experiences of being connected. That's how you avoid bypassing. That's how you, that's, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very loved.
Oh, thank you. It's like you've given me the gift of the lesson, because I started doubting my experience. Thank you.
Yeah. It's beautiful. You're so beautiful and so loved. That's what I hear. Mm. Thank you. I'm hearing this song in my mind by Resta, Getting Clear, Getting Clear. You know, that's what it's all about, getting clear, clearing the doubt. I can play it unless somebody else wanted to share. Can be more sharing after too.
Getting clear, wiping away all images of fear. Getting clear, remembering our purpose being here. Clear the mind, let it shine, light divine is our own. God in us, heal and bless, lead us back to heaven home. We are one, all dreams of guilt and pain will be undone. We are one, remembering the truth, we are God's Son. Clear the mind, let it shine, light divine is our own. God in us, heal and bless, lead us back to heaven home. Getting clear, wiping away all images of fear. Getting clear, remembering our purpose being here.
Okay. Anyone else want to share?
Yeah, so just something, it's a little, it's not as deep, but it's something more practical. My son was home over the weekend from college, and he then went and stopped at his girlfriend's house, and on his way back, and they're both very sick. My son has a stomach virus, but it's a very practical kind of moment. I was remembering one of the videos with David where he's literally, on the toilet, and he talks about how he, yeah. So I just thought to share it because it's I've already decided that I'm getting it, because I hugged him, and I'm almost waiting, So I guess I'm just putting it out there, like maybe some guidance from you, or just to let the thoughts be exposed, and
I'm not sure what will happen, but it would be nice to feel relieved of that worry. Yeah.
That sounds good, to relieve yourself from that worry.
Yeah.
Barret has actually seemed to have some sickness for like 5 days, and I have no sign. You know, I sleep in the same bed as him, and I have even kissed him, and I don't have any sign of the sickness. You know,
That's so good. I was trying this morning when I heard that, you know, he wasn't doing well. I was thinking, you know, checking how he was and what he was doing to feel better. And then I sat down and just relaxed for a little while and thought about all the thoughts of worry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what you can do. You can look at your worry, you know, because it is a strong belief that sickness spread, you know, through a little virus or a little bug somehow. But that's just a belief. It doesn't really spread that way. It's spread through the belief.
And, you know, it's so interesting because it's just so automatic, like things like that, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like with deeper beliefs or heavier subjects, I seem to catch it and really go deeply into it. And it just was fascinating to see that it just was like, oh, you know, everybody in the house is going to get it now. And there was, you know, so it's really good to bring it down to every little detail that's happening.
Yeah, you can really question that idea that everybody's going to get it, you know.
And really seeing like, how, you know, how much faith do I have, you know, and how healed am I? That, and is the outcome that, you know, if I don't get it, that means that, you know, I'm doing better with my mind training, or is it
Right.
no matter what happens in the form, I have to just continue to keep working.
That's it.
No matter what
shows
shows
not
up.
conclude
Yeah.
Anything at all, because I don't know what anything is for, you know.
Yeah.
You can see everything as a blessing. Not getting sick is a blessing. Getting sick is a blessing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
To trust that much, you know, that the Holy Spirit is in everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like you feel like you're so much in the play, like you feel so identified, you know, with the person and the body, and then you start to unwind, and even with these little details. So yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I have a story where when I there was a guy in a retreat who got MRSA virus, I think it is, virus, and it's very dangerous and it spreads from open wounds, and it spread very easily, they say, and you can get it, but it doesn't show. I know, because I was afraid, because he said, I will only go to the hospital if Jenny takes me to the hospital. He had such high fever that he was just screaming, actually, and he was calling out my name. So I heard the call. I heard the Holy Spirit tell me to take him to the hospital. And the healing for me was very strong in this, because I started reading about this MRSA and how dangerous it is, and how you can get it you can have it like latent, you know, for maybe for a long time. And the doctors and the nurses, they were like, had all the protection you can think of, like full body protection when they walked in the room. But they didn't give me anything. I was in the room too. They didn't give me even a mask or gloves. So after a few days, they gave me gloves, you know, when I was in the room. And so I was there with him because he wanted that, and I could feel the calling. And I was in the room there, and then those doubt thoughts started creeping in. Like, what if I get this, Mirza and Maria say, and I started feeling really afraid, and I disconnected from him. I went to the hotel room, and I stayed in the hotel room, but I felt so bad. So my computer, do you hear me? My computer started making loud noise. Can you still hear me? No. Yeah, so I started, feeling the doubts. So I felt separate and everything. I felt really bad. So I had the call with David, and he was like, no, this cannot threaten you. There's nothing in form that can harm you. Just go there and be loving to him. Be present with him. Go through this with him. And I went back to the hospital, and I gave the guy the biggest hug, without a mask or gloves or anything. Because the moment I put on the gloves, this disconnect happened. And I felt really guilty. The guy felt really bad, like, I couldn't communicate. So I broke the joining, but then I broke the disconnect when I came back and gave him this big hug. And I have had zero MRSA issues, or, we are beyond this. The mind is beyond the form, above the world, and all the world's fears, So I think you will glide through without getting this stomach bug. Yeah. It's pretty cool to be beyond, to not need to be afraid. If you're a miracle worker, how could you be afraid? How can you be afraid of HIV? How can you be afraid of any kind of sickness? So have fun. Enjoy the visit from the sun. We can finish maybe the session by reading today's lesson. So it's lesson 107. Truth will correct all errors in my mind. What can correct illusions but the truth? And what are errors but illusions that remain unrecognized for what they are? What are errors but illusions that remain unrecognized for what they are? Where truth has entered, errors disappear. They merely vanish, leaving not a trace by which to be remembered. They're gone, because without belief, they have no life. And so they disappear to nothingness, returning whence they came. From dust to dust, they come and go, for only truth remains. Can you imagine what a state of mind without illusions is? How it would feel? Try to remember when there was a time, perhaps a minute, maybe even less, when nothing came to interrupt your peace, when you were certain you were loved and safe. Then try to picture what it would be like to have that moment be extended to the end of time and to eternity. Then let the sense of quiet that you felt be multiplied 100 times, and then be multiplied another 100 more. And now you have a hint, not more than just the faintest intimation of the state your mind will rest in when the truth has come. Without illusions, there could be no fear, no doubt, and no attack. When truth has come, all pain is over, for there is no room for transitory thoughts and dead ideas to linger in your mind. Truth occupies your mind completely, liberating you from all beliefs in the ephemeral. They have no place because the truth has come, and they are nowhere. They cannot be found, for truth is everywhere, forever, now. When truth has come, it does not stay a while to disappear or change to something else. It does not shift and alter in its form, nor come and go and come again. It stays exactly as it always was, to be depended on in every need, and trusted with a perfect trust in all the seeming difficulties and the doubts that the appearances the world presents engender. They will merely blow away when truth corrects the errors in your mind. When truth has come, it harbors in its wings the gift of perfect constancy and love, which does not falter in the face of pain, but looks beyond it steadily and sure. Here is the gift of healing, for the truth needs no defense, and therefore no attack is possible. Illusions can be brought to truth to be corrected, but the truth stands far beyond illusions and cannot be brought to them to turn them into truth. So we've heard that before. We need to bring illusions to the truth, not vice versa. Truth does not come and go, nor shift nor change, in this appearance now and then in that, evading capture and escaping grasp. It does not hide. It stands in open light, in obvious accessibility. It is impossible that anyone could seek it truly and would not succeed. Today belongs to truth. Give truth its due, and it will give you yours. I like that. Give truth its due, and it will give you yours. Give to truth what it's worth. And it's worth everything. You were not meant to suffer and to die. Your Father wills these dreams be gone. let truth correct them all. We do not ask for what we do not have. We merely ask for what belongs to us, that we may recognize it as our own. Today we practice on the happy note of certainty that has been born of truth. The shaky and unsteady footsteps of illusion are not our approach today. We are as certain of success as we are sure we live and hope and breathe and think. We do not doubt we walk with truth today and count on it to enter into all the exercises that we do this day. It's beautiful. You can do an exercise in this very moment. Let truth enter. Begin by asking him who goes with you upon this undertaking that he be in your awareness as you go with him. Ask that he be in your awareness. You are not made of flesh and blood and bone, but were created by the self-same thought, which gave the gift of life to him as well. You were created by the self-same thought, which gave the gift of life to him as well. He is your brother, and so like to you, your Father knows that you are both the same. It is yourself you ask to go with you, and how could he be absent where you are? That is so beautiful. You could only be absent from yourself if you pushed it away, if you dissociated somehow. But here and now, it's available. Truth will correct all errors in your mind, which tell you you could be apart from him. You speak to him today and make your pledge to let his function be fulfilled through you. To share his function is to share his joy. His confidence is with you, as you say, truth will correct all errors in my mind, and I will rest in him who is myself. Then let him lead you gently to the truth, which will envelop you and give you peace so deep and tranquil that you will return to the familiar world reluctantly. And yet you will be glad to look again upon this world, for you will bring with you the promise of the changes which the truth that goes with you will carry to the world. They will increase with every gift you give of 5 small minutes, and the errors that surround the world will be corrected as you let them be corrected in your mind. Do not forget your function for today. Each time you tell yourself with confidence, truth will correct all errors in my mind. You speak for all the world and him who would release the world as he would set you free. It's really beautiful. Nobody is unworthy of this. It's profound. So loving. Just want to check in if I missed any hands earlier. Doesn't seem that way. Okay. I'll have a beautiful day and rest of your evening. Love you very much. Thanks for joining in.